Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain about sub-languages of SQL. Before starting the session, if you are visiting first time my channel, please subscribe for more new concepts. Coming to the topic, these are the 5 sub-languages of SQL. Data definition language, data manipulation language, data query language, transaction control language, data control language. First, data definition language. This language is used to define, modify and drop a table from the database. This data definition language contains 5 commands: create, alter, rename, truncate, drop. Let's start with create command. What is this create command? How we will use this command? We will use this create command to create a new table in database. Not only a table, we will use this create to create any views, any object like that. At first, we will discuss about how to create a table in database. This is the syntax for creating a table. Create table, table name. You can give table name whatever you want to give. And you need to give column name, data type. In previous video we discussed about data types. For which column, for which data type you need to give, you can give it. And column 2, column 3, how many columns you want to give, you can give the number of columns. Let's see how to create a table. This is the SQL developer. I am going to create a new table. Like I am creating an employee table. Let's see. Create table employee. I am giving columns as first employee ID. I am giving as empid. I am giving data type as int. And I want to give another column employee name like ename. The data type I want to give is varchar2 of 20. I want to give size as 20. A name of an employee not more than 20 characters as we guess. So next column I want to give as salary. Employee salary. So for this I want to give data type as number. And the size I want to give as 10. Salary can be more than 10 digits, or if you want to give 20 also, data type size, not a problem with that. And I want to give job. What is the job of the employee? So I want to give job, and the data type is varchar2 of 20. So job is in characters only, so varchar2 of 20. So I want to give these much columns. Okay, these are enough for creating an employee table as of now. So employee ID, ename, salary, job, and location also I want to give. I want to give location also. An employee can work at any location, so I want to give location also. Varchar2 of 20. Or if you want to give, these are enough, right? So it must be 4 columns are there, so you can leave it now as of. Okay. Control enter. Table employee created. If you want to check if the table was created or not, let's test. Describe employee. The table name is employee. Sorry. Control enter. See here. The employee table was created with the columns employee ID, name, salary, job with the data types. You can see here. Next, coming to the we learn about how to create a table, and next to the alter. We use this alter command to change or modify the structure of the table. and this alter has subcommands like alter, modify, alter, add, alter, rename, alter, drop. What is alter, modify, and how we will use it? Alter, modify is used to change a data type and also the size of data type for a particular column in a table. Let's see once. So I want to change the data type, data type size, which for salary I gave the size as 10. I want to change that size as 20. So I will go and change that data type size, like alter table. If you want to say how the syntax will be, let's see. I will show how the syntax will be. Here is this. We will give here is the syntax. How the syntax will be: alter table and table name. What is the table name for which you want to modify the data type or anything? Table name, and modify column name. For which column you want to do any modifications, that column name you need to mention. And new data type. If you want to change data type also, you can give new data type, or like size, new size. Let's see. Alter table, table name. What is the table name? Employee. And modify. Next, column name. For which column you need to do any modification? That is salary column. So salary. Data type is same. We don't want to change any data type. Number. We want to change that size. So I am giving size as 20 now. Salary. Number first we gave as 10. So I am giving now as 20. Alter table employee, modify salary column with the data type number and size as 20. Control enter. See here that query was executed, table employee altered. If you want to check if the data type was changed, data type size was changed or not, and again you can run the same query, which is describe employee. I am giving control enter. See, the size was changed. Salary number of 20, the size was changed. Okay, next. Alter add. This alter add we use to add a new column into the table. If you want to add any new column into a table, we use this alter add command. How will be the syntax is alter table, table name, add. Which column you want to add, you can mention that column name, data type and size. Let's see how it will be executed. Alter add. Alter table. What is the table name? Employee. And we want to add a new column. So add. I want to add a new column location. I will give the location as column name, new column name. And data type will be varchar2. Varchar2 and size I am giving as 20. So I am giving alter table, semicolon, alter table, employee, add location, varchar2 of 20. I am giving. Control enter. See here the table employee was altered. Again you can check if location column was added to the employee table or not. Control enter. See here the location column was added to this employee table with varchar2 as data type and size as 20. Next, coming to the alter rename. We use this alter rename command to change a column name in the table. If you want to change any column name in a particular table, we use this alter rename command. See how the syntax will be. Alter table, table name. In which table you want to change any column name, the table name you need to mention here. And rename here column. As we are giving is this column keyword because we are changing name of a column. So we are giving this keyword column, and column whole name. You need to give that whole name and to new name. Which name you want to give that new name. Let's check. So I want to change column name, I want to change salary as full name. Salary, I will give as salary. Here I just mentioned shortly sal, so I will give as salary. Alter table employee. So employee, next rename column. What is that old name? Sal. To new name salary. I want to change the name to salary. Let's see. Alter table employee, rename column sal to salary. Control enter. See here, the table employee was altered. That means column name was changed. Again you can check if that name was changed or not. Again you need to run that describe employee query to check if that name was changed or not. Control enter. See here, that sal name was changed as salary. See, what is the next? Next, alter drop. We use this alter drop command to drop an unwanted column in a table. If you want to drop any column, you want to delete any column from a table, we use this alter drop command. Alter table name, drop column name. This is the syntax for that. Let's test once. So I want to drop location column from this employee table. I want to drop location column from this employee table. Let's see. Alter table employee and alter table employee, drop column. Which column? Location column. I want to drop that location column. Alter table employee, drop column location. Control enter. Again it shows that table employee altered. That means the location column was dropped from the employee table. Again you can run this query to check if it was dropped or not. Control enter. See here, it shows 4 columns only. The location column was dropped successfully from the employee table. Next, coming to the rename, truncate, drop. Previously I showed you how many commands. One second. Create, alter, other rename, truncate, drop. Coming to the rename. We use this rename command to change a table name in database. Previously I showed you how to change a name of a column in a table. This rename command is for to change a table name in database. For example, I want to change the table name which I created just now, employee table. Rename old table name to new table name. The syntax will be, for suppose I want to change the employee table name as, I will give as rename emp to full name. I will give employee, otherwise I will give emp1. I will change emp as rename old table name, emp to emp1 I am giving. Control enter. So it was changed successfully. If you want to check if the name was changed or not, you can go here and run the same query, describe employee. It shows that object emp does not exist because the emp table name was changed as emp1. So it shows that there is no such emp name table. If you want to check again, we run the same query with emp1. See here, it shows the same columns emp, id, name, salary, job. So the name was changed. Next, coming to the truncate command. What is truncate? Truncate is used to delete all rows from a table at a time. We use this command to delete all rows from the table. By using this truncate command, we cannot delete a specific row. It will delete all rows at a time. See the syntax here. Truncate table, table name. Let's check. As of now, there are any rows in the table, in employee table. I will truncate another table. There are some rows in test table. Yes, there are 2 rows in the test table. I will truncate this test table. Truncate table test. Save, check here once. Table test truncate. That means all rows from this test table got deleted. Once check and run the same query. See, there are no any rows now. So all the rows get deleted. But the structure of the table won't delete. This truncate will delete all rows from the table but not the structure of the table. Next, coming to the drop. We use this drop command to drop a table from the database. See, syntax here, drop table, table name. I want to drop this test table from the database. So drop table test. Here table test dropped. So the table test was dropped from this database. But when we drop a table from the database, it will get stored in recycle bin. If you want to restore the test table back, I will show once. If you think it was dropped by mistaken or anything, if you want to restore the table back, we use this flashback command. To restore a dropped table from the recycle bin, we use this flashback command. Flashback table, table name to before drop. This is the command to restore any dropped table from the database if it is in recycle bin. Any dropped table from database will store in recycle bin. We will get that to database again by using this flashback command. See, I will get the test table from the recycle bin to database by using this flashback command. Flashback. See the syntax, flashback table, table name to before drop. Table, what is the table name? Test to before drop. I am going to run this query. So table test succeeded. So it is restored again into the database. If you run this query again, it shows there are no rows, but the structure of the table get restored into the database. Like this, we will restore any dropped table from the recycle bin to database. Purge. What is purge command? To drop a table from the recycle bin. You dropped a table from the database, but it is stored into the recycle bin. If you want to drop that table from recycle bin also, we will use this purge command. What is the syntax? Here is the syntax, purge table, table name. let's I will drop this test table again. It will get stored in recycle bin. I will drop this once again. Drop table test dropped, but it will get stored in recycle bin. I will drop this from recycle bin also. What is the syntax I showed here? Purge table name. Purge table name test. Table purge, that means it will drop from recycle bin also, so you can't restore this test table back because it is dropped from recycle bin also. Next, to drop a table from database permanently. If you drop a table from database, it is stored in the recycle bin. So if you want delete from database and also from recycle bin, permanently, it will drop permanently and not store in recycle bin also. For that, you need to use syntax drop table name purge. To drop a table from database permanently, we use this command drop table name purge. I will run this query drop table. I will drop employee table from database permanently. Employee emp1 we used. Drop table emp1 purge. Table emp1 dropped. We can't restore it back also because it was dropped permanently. So it will not store in recycle bin also. And next, drop all tables from recycle bin. If you want to drop all tables in recycle bin, we use this purge recycle bin command. If there is any table in recycle bin, if there are any tables, we can use this purge recycle bin. I will show once purge recycle bin. Control and purge recycle bin. It shows the same. That means recycle bin purge. So this is how we use DDL commands: create, alter, rename, truncate, drop. So guys, these are DDL commands, and we will continue the session with the DML commands in next video. Thank you.